Hello everyone, welcome back to ZK Adventure. We are on level 262 titled Hidden. And before we start this, I have to clarify some things about this level, disclaim some things about this level before we start on it. About a week ago now, or so, maybe 2 weeks ago, I did attempt to record this level twice. The first attempt was about 25 minutes in, and I had to stop it abruptly because it was the day before I had a job interview for the job I had gotten from said job interview, and I thought it would be best to kind of not record things right before such a important occasion. So I stopped it at 25 minutes and kind of deleted the video, but the 25 minutes I spent playing it at that time didn't really lead to anything other than figuring out the pathways of this level. So there's that, and then a couple days after that, I came back to record it yet again, and that was about 45 or so minutes of recording just this level, and only to find out that it was unsolvable. There's a section in the bottom right with a tooth monster that you had to do something very specific with the tooth monster, and there wasn't enough time to get the tooth monster to the place it had to go. So there was no way to beat the level. And thus I had waited for Zane to update it, which he has. I have the updated version here. This level is so-called solvable. I haven't solved it, obviously, but I took a peek at it in the editor just to see the difference, and it looks like it's doable now. So I spent about an hour of time on this level by itself. This is a pretty ludicrous level, if I have to be honest here. The contents of the level itself aren't that bad, but because of these blue walls, the choice of using blue walls, it makes the level much more difficult. Because you don't know what's real or what's fake, and the title Hidden is very accurate. But hopefully we can beat this level. This is the second to last level I have left of ZK3 Abandoned, so let's go ahead and get this going. This level has lots of hidden tricks. Unfortunately, not the rest of Round the Wheels CCLP1 LP. Explore first before doing anything. Yeah, it's quite shameful that Round the Wheel kind of ditched YouTube for some reviewing task. But that's not my business. Anyway, so this level has this mechanism where you can't press the tank button, obviously, because it blocks the only exit, and I do know for certain that is the only exit in the level. So we know not to do that, and going through that teleport just leads to water on all directions, so we need flippers to go there. I appreciate the hint saying that to explore first, because otherwise this would feel like a bunch of guesswork. But it's not. Okay, so, and another disclaimer, I actually haven't played the level for about a week and a half now since Zane has updated it, so there are some things I remember, like this beginning section, but everything past the tooth section at the bottom, I honestly don't remember. So I don't know what else is in store. I do know you have to go here first, because that's a chip behind a thief, and we have no boots. So it just seems ideal to go there first. Now we can kind of do everything else. You can use these flippers, and we need the glider to press this toggle button. Okay. So this trap button right here connects to this, so which means we can get this yellow key. And that trap button the glider's hitting right there connects to this right here. So there's that. He's toggling the toggle button, so we can go up here and grab this chip and the red key. And that honestly should be it for the glider. Except I pushed it up more than I needed to, so I need to redo it. This section right here with the fireball and the blocks, I still don't know what that involves. Nor that pop-up wall. Like I've had a good number of attempts with this level. I've never used a pop-up wall above me right here in any of them, so I'm not sure what it's for, but I'm still saving it just in case, because you honestly just never know. Okay, so we can clear that those two blue walls are fake. The one below me is as well. Okay, so now we got two options. We can proceed through the trap thing right here and go that way, or go through here to get the chip and then go that way. You would think going down here first would be more ideal to get the chip, and I honestly don't know which one is better, because you can get this chip at a later time once you go up here. But I'm not sure what the intent on that is, and I want to say there's one of each key and one of each lock in the level, and we need both of them to get the chip right there, or we need the blue key specifically. But we can go up here and get the green key through this. And this might seem like lucky timing right here, but thanks to the tank button thing being hit on every 8 moves, you can kind of determine where the fireball here is at based on the one that was in the water room. So I wouldn't consider that lucky timing at all. So my only thing is, there's a fire right here, which kind of indicates that I want the fireball to go down here, but I don't know if I have enough time to run out and push the block into the water on top of the glider being right there. I could just do this, let the glider die. We don't need the toggle button pressed anymore. So let me wait for maximum time, and we don't have enough time. So that can't be done. And there's a chip under that block. Well, I'll go ahead and show the remainder of the level. This section is a section. I don't really care for this part of the level. So up here is a path to one chip right there, and nothing else. And then down here you can go through here. There's gravel underneath this block right here, but I don't know what the purpose of it is. And then right here. So what the tooth monster is on right now is a trap button. It connects to this, and then there's this nonsense. This goes to that. This goes to that. So we need that trap button pressed to get the chip. But then there's also this thing. So I am very convinced that a fireball must go here. Like, there's nothing else that can. So, and we can't press this and go up here and grab the chip because the ball is going to be in the way. By the time we let the ball pass us, it's already going to have the trap button hit, and it's just going to go back and get stuck permanently. So then there's this, and this is the section that was unsolvable before. I spent maybe 20 or 30 minutes just trying to see if this was doable, and it just wasn't. I ghosted it. I put Chip in this section in particular in the editor just to try this section, and it just wasn't doable in the original formation. See, these blue walls right here were initially real, and only this column, this row right here was fake. So every time you went up here, the tooth monster followed you. And for whatever reason, Zane made this an exit as well. I'm not sure why, but I am not complaining whatsoever. Alright, so this connects to this. And then there's that. That freed this thing, that freed that thing. And you had to push the block there to keep the fireball hitting the button. Okay, so let's do this again. I think I've covered all my bases on where I was at before. So now that you guys kind of have an idea on what this level kind of consists of, let's actually try to solve this for once, because I'm honestly very torn about this level. Like, I like the idea it has. I like the concept it presents. But I'm really torn about how like my opinion on this level is very mixed. And I mean really mixed. Like, in some ways, I feel like this level shouldn't even be a level. Oh, I don't have a yellow key yet. I didn't grab it. Okay. So we got the green key. Now we know we get suction boots later, so maybe I can come back here and do the fireball thing later. So I'm just gonna let the glider die because we don't need it to press all those buttons. I'm bad with grammar. My only thing is, why would Zane include two options to go get the chip? Or two options with one going to get the chip? Like, that concerns me. In either case, I'm going to go this way and just take the safe approach. But yeah, this level is very... I feel like it's only difficult because of the blue walls. But at the same time, the contents of the level are also very misdirect or something like that. They're very misleading. And I don't want to get the suction boots right now. I know I can, but I don't want to for obvious reasons. The other thing is I could get the glider in here too, but I'm not sure if that's a smart idea. In any case, we're just going to rely on that. And the other thing is, well, no, we still need the tooth monster to exit. There we go. That's much easier. I'm very glad this thing got changed. Alright. So now we can go ahead and grab that. I guess this is the reason why you want to go through here. I guess to kill the tooth monster off. Because I mean, I don't think you need it anymore. I don't really see why you would need it. Okay. Okay, this is what the red key's for. So now I can safely grab the chip. And I'm not gonna go down there yet because that's a thief. I think that leads to a single chip as well. So let's do this. And I don't think I even need the glider. I think I can just go around like that. So yeah, I can use the block for this. Okay, that's pretty lenient. Alright, go all the way around and do this. Okay, so now that since we will release the fireball, it will hit the trap button for us, and we can safely get the chip. There we go. Alright, so now that path is finally clear, we can go back through there and move on. And this section's pretty straightforward. It's just simply get the chip and then put the block in the place of the chip. Really? Really? I was one move shy? No. I disagree. I disagree. I was not one move shy. I mean, the game clearly thinks I was, but I don't agree with that. I was not a move shy. Well, I finally know the order to solve this level. That's the only good thing about that. I finally know the whole level's finally come together. I don't have a yellow key. I keep forgetting to grab that. Like, now everything makes much more sense. Like, the order is clear as day. The items are clear as day. The only thing is that Sokoban up there. But I'm not sure why you'd want to go up there when you can just go straight to the exit once you get all the chips. But we'll figure it out. Crap. Alright. Well, I had the attempt in my grasp and I just let it slide because the game claims I was one move shy of the bug. Do you ever have those deaths? And I mean like the actual deaths that, you know, shouldn't be your fault, but they are. Okay, I'm gonna go ahead and go grab this now. Alright. Time to get the skates and then go up here and get the red key. I think the reason why I'm so torn about this level is not the level itself per se, but my experience with the level. Like, it's been very, very off-putting, to say the least. Okay, I'm pretty sure I can go this way, so I think I'm ready. Like, my experience with solving this level, it's not the best out there. It's actually pretty close to my experience with solving Old Frog, to be completely honest. And if you know me, I do not like Old Frog at all. Like, there are some things about that level that are good, and I'm willing to admit that, but they're not good enough to make me like the level even remotely. But that's another discussion for another time. Alright. I think I would have preferred if this block was on a real blue wall, to be honest. But that's just my silly opinion. Oh, you're not even following me. Hopefully it doesn't bite me. Okay. Finally got that done. Now let me grab this. Yeah, this section makes much more sense now. Now that this whole thing came together, it makes so much more sense. Like, I never knew what this block was here for, or if the glider had an actual use or not. I mean, technically, no, you can't, because the glider's just gonna blow up, so you can't even use the glider. It's just an obstacle. Alright, let's hold that guy down and then go all the way around. I actually like the way this loops. It's pretty clever. Alright. Alright, let's try this again. There we go. That's what I was doing the entire time. Alright, now we go through here, and the last chip is all the way through here. And I appreciate the fact it's just a straight path and doesn't zigzag like most people would have done. Okay, so... Oh. That's why that's why this thing up here exists, because you need flippers to go back through, and I think that pathway leads to flippers. Okay. Well, let's uncover everything that's fake. Alright. Okay, so what is the first step? What are the dependencies? So I need this to get a block down here. So I can't push that up. So there's only two moves I can make. I can push this down, or I can push this up. And my thing with pushing this down is if I do that, I have to push this right, which would close this entire thing off. At the same time, though, wouldn't the same occur if I did this first? Because then my only other move would be to push this down. Huh, okay. I really hope this is a solvable Sokoban. I'm gonna be really mad if this Sokoban's not even possible. Honestly, it doesn't even look that difficult, but unless I'm missing something, there's only two ways I can start this, and both don't lead to solves. Unless I'm missing something. Okay, I pushed that down. So the block is now there. My thing, I mean, I would just attempt it, but my thing is, if I do, I can't undo it. So that's kind of why I'm kind of planning this in my head. I push this there. Okay. I could push that to the right, but that closes it off. So I can't do that. But if I push this right here, it's still the same thing. This whole side gets blocked off. So is my first move really to push this up? The block being right there is very concerning, to say the least. Let me try this. Maybe I can get a better visual. Okay, so I can do that. I didn't even take that into account. Okay, then yeah, this is easy. Okay, yeah, I didn't take this little spot right here into account. All right. I was expecting that to be way more difficult than what it actually was. And that pop-up wall is still a mystery, but let's just use it up just because. Hidden is finally completed after all this time. Good lord, that took... Even knowing everything, I still took a long time to solve it. Because I failed with the bug and then a couple other mishaps. I don't know. I honestly don't know how I feel about it. I really don't. I don't hate it entirely. I don't really like it either, but it was, in its own way, it was still fun, if that makes any sense. Like, I think I would have enjoyed the experience of this level much more if the blue walls weren't there. But since I knew what was real and what was fake already, that kind of subsides, and it basically becomes, normal walls and essentially dirt. But the level content itself was still challenging, if that makes any sense. I'm really torn about it. I really don't know how I feel about this level. I think I really have to sit and think about it. Maybe watch me back playing this level in the future, like say when I complete this set or complete this LP, when I evaluate my thoughts on almost every level. Maybe then I'll have a formed opinion on it, but as it stands right now, it's way too mixed to determine what it actually is. Like, all I can say is I don't hate it 100. I don't 100% hate it, but I don't remotely like it that much, but I don't hate it. I still enjoyed it. But that's the most I can say, honestly, and even that's not saying a whole lot because that's hardly anything. But I really need to sit on this like for a couple of nights or something to really evaluate my opinion on this level, because usually I can form an opinion on a level pretty quickly based on how I solve it, but this one went through, a pretty lengthy period of time to solve. Again, roughly close to how long Old Frog took me to solve, and I can't compare it to Old Frog because it's nothing like it, so I don't know. I just need to sit on it. Alright, so anyway, I'm going to end it off right here because this is Central Plaza, and this is the final level of ZK3 Abandoned. And like Hidden before it, and much like a bunch of ZK3 levels, I have never really solved this level. I played it up to a certain point, but then I stopped because I gave up. This level has a lot of trap buttons and traps and clone buttons and just a bunch of shenanigans. It looks like it's going to take its own video to solve. That's very guaranteed. And considering Hidden took me 30 minutes to beat, or roughly 30 minutes, even having played an hour of it beforehand, I can safely say this one's going to take at least 40 minutes, if not more. So I would expect the next video to take about that long. So just be prepared for a long video to be coming soon of this LP. But that all being said, I thank you guys for watching, and I hope you guys enjoyed. And yeah, I just can't wait to get this set done, because once we beat this level, we can go straight to ZK4, and honestly, that will be a breeze. Like, I can probably get all ZK4 done in less than 10 videos. So I'm really looking forward to that. The ZK4 stuff is probably some of my favorite Zane levels in the whole set, or out of his whole design career. Like, ZK4 is probably one of my favorites of his. Anyway, we'll get there when we get there, and I'll see you guys later.